वेलकम बैक गाइस। ये है डे 2 ऑफ आवर क्लाउड एंड डेवऑप्स लर्निंग सीरीज। मैं हूं ज्ञानेश्वर मडके और आज हम शुरू करने वाले हैं लिनक्स, जो डेवऑप्स का फाउंडेशन है। स्टार्ट करने से पहले छोटा सा डे 1 रिकैप कर लेते हैं। अगर आपने डे 1 नहीं देखा है पहले वो वीडियो जरूर जाके देख लीजिए। यस्टरडे हमने सब कवर कर लिए थे क्वेश्चंस, बस आज थोड़ा सा रिकैप कर लेते हैं। द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट इज डेवऑप्स? It is a way of working where development and operation teams work together to deliver software faster with fewer problems. Second question, why is DevOps important? It's important because it helps companies to release update faster, reduce mistakes, and automate manual work. The third question is what problems does DevOps solve? DevOps solves problems like slow software releases, too many manual steps, high number of bugs and failures, difficulty in managing production systems. The fourth question is what is cloud computing? The cloud computing meaning using computer storage databases and services over the internet instead of buying your own hardware. The simple example is just like renting a house instead of buying it. The fifth question is difference between AWS, Azure and GCP. ये भी हमने कवर कर लिया था. In the AWS, it is the largest cloud provider with most services. Azure is based for Windows-based and Microsoft-based companies. The GCP is based for data analytics and AI/ML workloads. The sixth question, what are the region and availability zone? Region is nothing but it is the geographic location. Example Mumbai, London. And second is availability zone. It is the data center inside a region. The one region contains multiple availability zone for backup and high availability. The seventh question is what is scalability in cloud? Scalability means increasing or decreasing resources automatically based on the demand. For example, more users come in traffic, the server scales up, user reduce, server scales down. Okay. The eighth question is what does pay as you go mean? So you only pay for what you use. No upfront cost, no waste of money. For example, simple example बताता हूँ आपको. If you use a server for 2 hours, you pay only for 2 hours. That's it. Ninth question, why do companies prefer AWS? Company prefer AWS because it has 200 plus services. It most reliable and trusted, and it has a best documentation and support, easy to scale, and it's available in most countries. The 10th question is that what is the relationship between cloud and DevOps? DevOps automation and faster deployment. Cloud provides the platform and tools to make the automation possible. In simple words, cloud plus DevOps equal to faster, easier, automated software delivery. So ये था डे 1 का रिकैप. तो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं डे 2. इट्स द लिनक्स बेसिक फॉर डेवऑप्स. लिनक्स एक ओपन सोर्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात, मेजॉरिटी सर्वर्स दुनिया की लिनक्स पर ही चलते हैं. AWS, Azure, GCP के सर्वर्स, डॉकर कंटेनर्स, कुबरनेटिस नोड्स सब लिनक्स यूज करते हैं. सिंपल वर्ड्स में लिनक्स इक्वल टू डेवऑप्स की बैकबोन. Why Linux in DevOps? Linux is used in DevOps because most cloud servers run on Linux. Docker containers use Linux-based images. Kubernetes runs Linux nodes. Automation tools like Ansible, Terraform work smoothly on Linux. It is a fast, secure, and lightweight, and most important, security. So, if you want to be a DevOps engineer, Linux is a must-have skill. DevOps इंजीनियर बनना है तो आपको लिनक्स आना ही चाहिए. ओके. सेक्शन 3, लिनक्स आर्किटेक्चर. इसमें हम देखेंगे कर्नल, शेल, फाइल सिस्टम, प्रोसेसेस. तो व्हाट इज मीन बाय कर्नल? It is the brain of the operating system. Shell, it takes the command from us. In short, file system, folder like slash home, slash etc, slash var. Those are the folders in Linux. Processes, programs running in background, running tasks. So don't worry, we'll understand this naturally through the commands. Some important directories here in Linux. First is slash home, containing user files. Second, slash etc, containing the configuration files. Slash var, in that logs and variable data are there. Slash bin, basic commands. Slash root, admin home directory. You will see there a lot when working on servers. Basic Linux commands. Now let's look at some very important Linux commands are there. Directory commands. pwd, show current location, ls, list files, cd, change directory. mkdir, create a folder. rm directory, remove empty folder. Touch, some file commands are there. Touch, file.txt, create a file. Cat, file.txt, view file. cp, file1, file2, copy. mu, old, new, rename, slash move. rm, file.txt, delete file. I discuss system command, that is the top running processes. df slash ch, disk uses. Free dash m, which the memory uses. Practical examples. ऑल these कमांड्स हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में डिटेल में हैंड्स ऑन करके देखेंगे ताकि आपको रियल सर्वर जैसे प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस मिले. सो स्टे विथ मी. So practical example like that, create directory. You use the mkdir devops is the directory name, that is devops name. Go inside it, use the cd devops. You need to create a file, then touch command are there. Use the touch demo.txt. Write text in a file, echo hello devops in demo.txt. View the file. There is a cat command in Linux. Use cat demo.txt. This is how work happens in real server. So section Linux versus Windows. Here is a simple Linux versus Windows comparison are there. Feature in a cost, Linux free, Windows paid. Speed, Linux fast, Windows slower. Security high on Linux, in Windows medium. CLI very powerful, Windows limited. For DevOps, Linux is the best, Windows not preferred. This is why companies prefer Linux for DevOps. डे टू इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस, इससे पहले हम जो हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में जो कमांड्स हैंड्स ऑन करने वाले हैं वो कमांड्स देखते हैं। लिनक्स कमांड्स, फर्स्ट इज फाइल मैनेजमेंट, cd change directory, mkdir directory underscore name, create a directory in current location, mk directory to directory 1, directory 2, directory 3, create a multiple directory in current location, remove an empty directory, there is rm directory underscore name, create a new empty file, use the touch command, touch file underscore name. You need to create a multiple new empty files simultaneously, use touch file1, file2, file3 command. The cat command is there. For display the content of the file, use the cat file underscore name. Display the first 10 lines of the file, use the head command, head file underscore name. Display the last 10 lines of a file, use the tail command, tail file underscore name. Remove a file, use the rm command, rm file underscore name. Multiple commands are there. So ls command, use the list files and directories in cwd. In that list, ls-l, ls-a, ls-t, multiple functionalities. Next command cp, used for copy files and directories. cp-v, display the name of files being copied. Next command mv, used for move a file. Some process management commands are there. ps, list the current running processes. Top command provides real-time monitoring of system processes, resource uses, and system information. Kill PID sends termination signal to the process identified by the process ID. PID kill all process underscore name. Terminate all processes with the specified name. Some ownership and permission commands. The chmod 755 file underscore name change permission using octal notation. Chmod -r755 directory underscore name change permission recursively including some directories. ये सब कमांड्स हम देखने वाले हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. Here is user management, multiple commands in user management also. Monitoring logs, use a journal ctl, views all the system logs. You need to view logs with the error log level, use the journal ctl /p error. Linux firewall configuration, allow http traffic, use the sudo ufw allow 80, 80 is the port name, not name, number. Next is compressing files, sudo apt install zip unzip. The tar command is there for create a tar archive. Text processing grep command used for search for a pattern in a file. Search for pattern in multiple files, use the grep pattern file1, file2, file3. Multiple commands are there. For sorting, counting the number of lines in a file, sort the lines for of a file in ascending order, use the sort command. For count the number of lines in a file, use the wc command. Next command is a find files in the current directory and subdirectories. Use the find dot slash type yep. Multiple commands are there. So day two interview questions. What is Linux? Why Linux in DevOps? Kernel versus shell. Linux versus Windows. Common Linux commands. ये सब क्वेश्चंस हमने डिस्कस कर लिए हैं. So prepare this well. So this was the day two of our cloud and DevOps series. Tomorrow in day three, we will learn how Linux is used in DevOps with real examples and hands-on practice. So if you are enjoying the series, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you for watching. मिलते हैं डे थ्री में. थैंक यू.